So what is going on? Welcome everybody. This is your boy Fly Island Guy, and we are back with another OnAir video. Today we are in Pueblo Memorial in Colorado. If you remember, our last flight ended here, and today we are continuing on. We're going to be taking some fragile cargo down into Texas. So we're heading to Lubbock, Preston Smith International Airport. According to Simbrief, we're looking at roughly a 1 hour 28 minute flight. It's fairly short, but we're carrying a lot of cargo, so this actual flight is going to net us a good amount of money, which I'm excited about. Now we're pretty much ready to go. Everything's pretty much in. So we can go ahead and actually get started. So I'm going to go ahead, get the beacon on, move our engines out of feather, and let's get these guys going. Started with the right engine. Now, the only thing that I'm worried about with this flight right now is that, if you remember from last time, Pueblo Memorial
will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Thank you. Pueblo Memorial International is actually pretty high, and we are carrying a very full load on the flight today. So I actually had to try and minimize the amount of fuel that we're taking for the trip. So I actually saw that the distance that we're traveling compared to the amount of cargo that we have to carry is really allowing me to minimize the fuel that we need. So hoping our heavy cargo does not cause any issues on takeoff, but we shall see what happens. So today we're actually carrying some fragile devices. We're making 2 stops today. The first stop, we're going to be dropping off some glass, and the second stop we have some fragile electronic devices. So I'm hoping that we don't run into too much turbulence, because turbulence and fragile cargo does not go well together in OnAir. Okay. All right, just bringing up the airport map for me off screen. And cool. So here in Pueblo Memorial, we're going to be departing from runway 35 or runway 35. So gonna get the rest of our lights on. These guys could go on as well. Generators could go on. All our starter stuff can come off. I'm having an issue nowadays with these. Trying to get these little buttons off. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, so we're all set to go. And I have the map up on this side. Let's take a quick look at the weather here today in or at Pueblo Memorial. Just from looking outside, it does look like there's a little bit of weather around. So I'm not too sure if that's going to be in the direction that we're taking off in. But yeah, I'll see off in the distance. You see where that plane is touching down? There's a bunch of rain out there, so hopefully we'll be bypassing that. I'm not 100% sure. But we are good to go, so let's get started. Runway 35 is off to our right, so actually exactly where that plane just touched down. So we're doing okay. Here we go. So tons of small planes around here. I'm hoping for a nice evening landing at our first airport, because I just don't do those too often, so we'll see what happens. Current time is around probably just after 4, so we should be getting in about 5:30, close to 6. Actually, if I go, did not need to go this way. So according to the map, should be able to hit the end of the runway from here. Alright, perfect. So don't see anything coming, so we'll go ahead and line up on the runway. Okay. So
Oral warning, okay.
props to full. Let's go approach flaps. And we're ready to go, although I think something is about to cross the runway. What is that? Is that a truck? Alright, not sure what that's all about. Alright, there we go, folks. Pretty short runway here.
Airborne time log.
Gear up. The plane was really struggling to take off just now. flaps up. Just trimming out a little bit. Alright, and autopilot can come on with nav mode. And we'll do flight level change at 170 knots, roundabout as usual. Pull our prop RPM back just a little bit for climb. And get those temps down. Alright, so I'm seeing a little bit of stuttering right now, and I'm just going to check my task manager real quick, make sure my memory and stuff is alright. Okay, doesn't look too bad. That's probably just my video card, video carding. So as you can see, we are almost at 10,000 feet already. We started off at around probably 4,500, close to 5,000 feet. Okay, forgot to turn my landing lights on. Just interesting, I didn't get dinged for that, so that's good. Didn't have my strobes on either. Whoops. Alright, so just gonna take a quick look at my flight plan. We are climbing to EU right now. And we continue to 27,000 at Koyag. So yeah, for now it's just pretty much just a steady climb. Yeah. And Koyag is actually kind of almost a straight shot down towards the airport, it seems. So yeah, I could see why we have that jump, but anyway. Well, looks like we're icing up as we're going through the clouds, which is surprising me because it's almost 20 degrees there in Denver, or Colorado. We just left. So that should take care of the ice. There we go. Alrighty, so we are pretty much completed our climb out, and what I'll do is I'll hit you up when we are getting ready to descend into Texas. I shouldn't be gone for too long. As I said, this is only about an hour and a half flight, so we'll talk to you then, and I shall be right back. Right, and welcome back, everyone. We have started our descent into Texas. It's been a fairly smooth ride for the most part. Not much going on in terms of bad weather or turbulence or anything like that. So that's actually surprised me. But let's take a look right now at the weather in Lubbock here in Texas. So we are looking at winds out of 310, 310 at 9 knots. The temperature is super warm. Okay, let's just say hot. 29.4 degrees C, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. A few clouds at 11,000 feet scattered at 25,000. We are coming in on runway 35 left. So if we just bring up Navigraph right now, as you can see, we are right here. We're supposed to be coming into the August waypoint. I think we should be making a turn sometime soon. Yep. So we'll come to this waypoint and we're going to be doing a procedure turn out to August. So we're going to hit August at 5,200 feet, and then we're going to head over to Zovak and make the turn to land on runway 35 left. As far as I know, the runways here in Lubbock are pretty small. I'm just double checking here. Oh boy, was I wrong. Okay. So the the 35 right runway is like super short. It's like, sorry, let me just mute that. It's 2,891 feet. However, we are landing on runway 35 left, which is a whopping 11,500 feet in length. So when we land, we'll be heading, I don't know. I'm actually trying to determine where we should go. Because I see a number of aprons here. We might just go left, because this is pretty much going to be a quick stop.
Landing here.
It's going to be a quick stop, just to drop off part of our cargo, and then we're going to be making the next run over to another airport, just to drop off the rest. And that one should be a really, really quick flight. So let's see. Airport should be kind of back off in this direction, sort of behind us at our I'm trying to think of the direction at our like 7 o'clock. Actually, I'm wrong again. Well, no, this is a different airport right here. Don't know which airport this is, but interesting. So yeah, we're gonna be landing soon, and just double checking. Yeah, the next flight should be really, really short. So normally when I have these kind of two-part flights in OnAir, I guess the way that they're supposed to be designed is you pick up the cargo for the first flight, make the run, come back, pick up the cargo for the second flight, make the run and come back. But I normally just try and do the run and like get all the cargo in one go and just head over. So it normally leads to like one normal length flight and then one really short flight. So we're going to be dropping off the majority of our cargo in this first flight. But unfortunately, judging by the amount of fuel I have left, I have a feeling we're going to get dinged for our remaining fuel. So that means I kind of underestimated things a little bit. But I mean, that's alright. What we're really trying to do is build up the XP and get the money, you know? Alright. So we're about to hit the August waypoint, which should put us in a direct line for the base leg before we turn on to final. Seeing some interesting scenery here. I'm seeing a lot of these like circular I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're crop fields or what, but very interesting. I have a feeling this may be the airport out here. Just an educated guess though, could be very wrong. Alright, so we've made the turn to our next waypoint. Which is Zovak. I think I pronounced that right. Yeah, that definitely has to be the airport there. And I think once we make that turn, we should we'll start getting set up for landing. So start getting those flaps down, all of that. Also seeing some traffic in the area, so don't know if they're going to be landing at the airport or not. I sort of hope not, but I don't see them around us. Oh, there it is. This guy right in front of us. Don't know if they're going to be landing at the airport as well. I hope not, because we're gonna land today. Alright, so we're making the turn in. Always amazed by the different scenery and the different areas. This is definitely not one of the best looking places out here. It just looks very, I don't know, kind of dry. But I guess this is Texas, so probably talking a little more desert type areas. Alright, let me go back and look at that approach. And we should be descending to 4,700. So
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
okay. Go into approach mode as well. Seems like we have a lot of wind right now, which is interesting because I didn't predict a strong crosswind. Actually, no, we were just turning. One thing I hate about the King Air is that you can't see the wind in the, like on the FMC, which is sort of annoying. But we do seem to have a bit of a crosswind though. Yeah. Just capture the glide path. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready for landing.
Gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
So I think once we land, we'll
Landing gear.
turn off on the left side here.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Yeah, we are definitely turning hard into the wind right now. At least it feels that way.
Wind 270 at 13 knots.
Right, we are fully configured. Just trying to bleed off a little bit of speed.
500.
Autopilot yaw damper off. Alright. Just gonna let it rest.
Landing time log.
Alright. So there we are, folks. Let's take this turn off here. I'm getting a lot of stuttering right now. I don't know why. Okay, flaps up, landing lights off, and our strobes off. Yep, and that guy was landing there. I got a whole giant terminal on the other side. Okay. There's way too much traffic on these. Yeah, way too much traffic at these airports, man. Just a lot of just random trucks just driving around everywhere. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lubbock, Preston International. So we're going to be offloading the majority of our cargo here right now, close to 3,900 pounds. So I'm just going to pull up right here. Okay. Alrighty.
Engine off time log. Flight is finished. It has been monitored by OnAir.
Alright. Yeah. So we got dinged pretty hard for landing with less than 30 minutes reserve fuel, which I kind of expected. Kind of sucks, but it's all good. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick turnaround here, and we're going to get rid of this cargo, and once that's done, we'll be kind of fueling up and getting ready to go for our next flight, which should be really, really close to here. All right, so once that's done, I'll be back. When I come back, we should be taxiing and heading back to runway 35 for takeoff again, and we'll be heading to the next airport, and we'll discuss it then. All right, so this is your boy Flyling Guy. Catch you then. All right, welcome everybody. So we are back here in Lubbock, Texas, and we are pretty much getting ready to take off and head over to our next airport. So I'm just gonna get lined up on the runway real quick. We're not gonna need the whole runway, so I'm just gonna start about a quarter in and take off from there.
Airborne time log.
Alright, so we are a lot lighter now. We only have 300 pounds cargo. Not too much fuel. Gonna go yaw damper on. Gonna go to flight level change mode as well. We are actually not going very far. Pretty much it's about a 10-minute trip to the next airport, which is I just forgot the name. So we're heading over to Terry Cove. Let's see if I can get the actual name here. I think it's Brownfield. I don't know. The airport's name is Terry Cove, and it's in Brownfield, Texas. So that's where we're heading. It's literally like a 10-minute flight or so. So I'm pretty much just departing up to 5,000 feet. And then we're pretty much just going to follow this flight track to the initial approach fix for the other airport. So this is going to be a pretty low scenic flight. We're actually pretty much at altitude now. Let's see where we are. So here we are. We're just turning back towards this track. The actual distance that we're flying pretty much 35 nautical miles to the airport, but it's going to be slightly longer because we have to do the actual approach. So to get to the initial approach fix, which is Fatio, I think that is, it's 40 nautical miles. So as I said, this is a very, very short trip. I'm pretty much just going to record the whole thing. Alright. So you've made the turn now. We're flying back over the airport. This is where we just took off from. This is runway 35. This is where we took off from here. So as we fly over, let's just take a quick look at where we're going. No, when I said that the runways are very short, I was actually referring to this guy. So this is where we're heading. So we're going to be landing on runway 02, which is 5,000 feet. Luckily we weren't landing on this because I'll be scared out of my mind. But pretty much right now we are heading south, and we're just going to kind of make a turn to this waypoint, and then we'll be landing on runway 02. Interesting waypoint names, Fadio and Slobs. I don't know if they're trying to say something, but that's where we're going. So I don't often do little short flights like this, so it's pretty cool, it's pretty interesting just to kind of do a low pass over the terrain like this. Had to give him a screenshot real quick. So we're pretty much going to be doing the RNAV approach into this airport. So let's see if we can do two relatively smooth landings in a row. That'll be great. It's interesting. I was actually expecting it to be darker by now. So it should be getting close to around 6 p.m. here. Alright, so it should be coming up. The airport should be, we should be passing the airport on our right relatively shortly. Because they're only reading 7 minutes to the next waypoint. So we should be crossing the airport probably in a few minutes. Alright. So it definitely feels weird. Feels weird flying this low for this long in the King Air. Almost feels like a waste of so much good playing, you know. But we're not really flying high enough or not flying long enough to really do any kind of altitude. By the time I reached altitude, we would have had to come back down anyway. I'm very interested by, as I mentioned before, these kind of circle crops. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I've heard about crop circles, but I mean, I don't know if that's the same thing as what we're seeing there. I have no idea. Alright, so we should be coming up on the airport to our right. Just trying to get a lookout for it. I still can't see it. Though. Should pretty much be right on top of it. So I think this is it here. But it's just still kind of like the low texture quality, like it hasn't really drawn in correctly maybe. I have no idea. Or that might not be it at all. Wish I had a picture of what these places should look like. Yeah, I have no idea, but we just passed it, even though I really didn't see it. And we should actually be going down to 4,900. Okay, so Terry Co actually stands for Terry County Airport. Just trying to get a picture of it or something. Because right now I didn't see anything when it flew past just now. I'm trying to see if it has like a dirt runway or something. I don't know. I did not see anything when you flew past just now, so makes it kind of weird to see. Alright, so we should be starting our turn soon. Now I'm just going to descend just 100 feet just to 4,900. That's where we should be going. Alright, so we are definitely away from the built-up parts of Texas right now. Very much out in the country. Alright, so I'm interested to hurry up and turn on to final because I just want to see what this airport looks like, because I did not see it when we flew by just now. Alright, so we should be lined up now. I'm still trying to find this airport. Oh, there it is. No wonder I missed it. Oof. What a random strip of airport. Literally right there. I've armed the approach, so I don't see any pappies yet. It's going to be interesting. This will be a very high. So I may have to do a go around here. Or maybe not. We'll see.
Wind 260 at 12 knots.
500.
I did not see this airport. Wow. Okay.
Landing time log.
Alright. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. Actually, guess we park over there. Oof. All right. That was too much. That was too much just now. Okay. Oh god. I thought I turned these off. Turned them back on apparently. Alright.
Oral warning, okay.
We are good to go, folks. This could stay on.
Engine off time logged.
So
Flight is
this
finished. It has
ended.
been monitored by OnAir.
This ended in an interesting way, because I did not. Wow, this airport was. I did not see this airport at all on landing. Well, on passing, coming in for approach, and I barely saw it on approach. But we got here, folks, and all's well that ends well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys tune in next time. As I said, put out videos every few days, so hopefully there'll be something interesting coming. Make sure to rate, like, comment, subscribe, share the videos if you're into that sort of thing, and I will be back. All right, this is your boy Fly Island Guy. Take care, stay fly. I'll talk to you later. Peace.